What is up, everybody? It's Ben here, back with another video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'm out here at Camp Woodward, as you can tell by the beautiful mountains around me. It looks great. I know it just rained and everything, but let's jump right into things. I don't like wasting time. You don't like wasting time. If you came across this video, if this is the first time you ever have watched me or seen my beautiful face, or if you've watched me multiple times, I want you to find an environment where you could actually listen to this. If you could, pause at a certain time and come back to it later, or if you can just sit down and watch the whole entire thing, I truly recommend it because I think that you could genuinely learn something through what I'm about to explain. But let me introduce you to myself. I'm a 17-year-old. I graduated high school about, 4 months ago now, which is honestly pretty crazy. And I would like to call myself a go-getter that loves to meet people, that loves to just challenge myself. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you love to do that too. Just going through things without knowing what the outcome looks like is very beautiful, because in my own sense, and maybe even yours, we go through things on a daily basis that we just don't know the answer to. Maybe we don't know what the other side will look like. If that is, making our bed and our parents rewarding us. If that is going and talking to your crush. If that is, just getting your first pull-up done. I don't know. But we go through things on a daily basis that challenge us, that scare us, that, put us in a position that is just a greater picture. And through this video, what I really want to explain and really want to push to you guys is understanding that our stories are different. Everybody's story is going to be a little bit complicated. Everyone's story is going to have a climax at a different point. Everybody is going to have a different rising action. And for me right now, it's a little confusing for me to explain this, but I'm going to try my best to say it. But I didn't know if I wanted to post a video today. I didn't know how I wanted to talk to you guys. But what I did know is that I made a promise to myself to stay consistent in terms of putting out a message to other people who might be my age, might be younger, might be older, people that are going through different things just like me. And I think that this could resonate with you. Yeah, I think it can. So if you're here to watch this, please watch the whole thing. If not, no worries. But guys, I want you to think about right now what life looked like, let's say 5 years ago. Kind of just everything that's happened since then. You're going through your camera roll, you're going through your Snapchat memories, you're seeing videos from your past self, and you're just kind of replaying things by the year or maybe the month. And you have conversations with people that you haven't really talked to in a couple of years, and you're kind of just talking about what's going on, kind of talking about how life is playing out. And if you can do that and you're having these conversations or you're replaying these thoughts and memories, you can understand that you've gone through a lot. Maybe you've gone through breakups. Maybe you've won a state title in wrestling. Maybe you didn't make it to state. Maybe, you get the gist. But my life is going to be different than yours. My story is going to be different than yours. And the way I explain things might be a little bit different than you've ever heard compared to other people online. But the reason why I'm doing this is to just get a better understanding of kind of what's going on in here and in here. And I highly recommend, if that is, posting a video just like this on YouTube, just one raw cut, or if that is documenting something on, Instagram, TikTok, social media, if that's journaling, if that's not even telling anybody, but just getting your words out there. It'll open you up so much more. It'll give you a way better ideas and kind of just the personality that you're going to start shaping into your life if you want to see change, if you want to shift your mindset. And by just doing that alone, it will release so much tension. So please do it, all right? But I want to jump into just a thought of kind of picturing, like I said before, that time period between the years and how much things have changed within my life, maybe even yours too. And it's very beautiful to understand that this is just kind of how life goes. By no means am I a very wise 60-year-old guy who has gone through a bunch of different, aspirations and tribulations of life. But I've gone through some things that a regular teenager has gone through. I've gone through parties. I've gone through working out stages. I've gone through depressed stages. I've gone through many different things. And it's hard to put it all into one video. But I know you understand it when I say this, is that, you know, it's okay to look back at kind of what you've gone through, but don't just get stuck. All right, you don't need to be so focused on the last couple of years. Like kind of how I want to think about it in a sense is just like be okay with what has happened and then start figuring out what you can do like right now in order to make that past count. Like for me, I wrote in a notebook or maybe I had it in my notes on my phone saying that like I wanted to hit a 10K month, that I wanted to see the number $10,000 in my bank account, and I achieved it. And it was a good feeling, but I wanted to strive for more because that 10K goal was in the past. Now it's time to reach for something else. Another goal was to make it to state for wrestling. I talk about it a lot in my videos, and I wasn't able to make it, and that's completely fine. You know, it didn't break my life. It didn't ruin my life, and it was the journey that really mattered. And throughout that 4 years of high school wrestling, I learned a lot about myself. And, you know, that whole time period, I went through different pages in a book. I mean, I don't know about you. I never actually like read a whole book in high school, but I did read a few like pages and chapters. But, you know, you go through many different things in your story. You go through many challenges. And I know I keep talking about that because it's so true. You know, it's okay to like kind of look back at it, but in the grand scheme of things, just like stay focused on the present. All right. Stay focused on what you could do now in order to make 5 years from now count, so that when you kind of revisit this mindset that you're thinking of right now, that you'll be very grateful for just whatever you've gone through. You know, what I'm grateful for right now is like what wrestling has taught me. I'm grateful for what scootering has taught me. And if you don't know that, scootering is actually an action sport like here at Camp Woodward, and that's actually why I'm here right now. And I think within the last 3 weeks, I really started to embrace scootering more into my life, kind of how I used to in the years past. And I took a break from it because I was so focused on this like business and entrepreneurship journey. And I really didn't even step on my scooter before coming to camp. And it made me realize that, like, you know, everything that you do will play a role into kind of like what your future is, if that's like business, if that's just your mindset, if that's, you know, your actual like goals, if that is just your, what's the word, habits, you know, if that's your sports, if that's school, if that's your family. I mean, there's many different things that play a role into that. And I know I'm going down kind of the same wording when I explain all of this, and it's simply just me talking my heart out. You know, like right now, as I'm recording this video, I didn't know until 8 minutes and 4 seconds ago what I was going to talk about. I put my camera up right in front of me and I decided to talk about what I'm thinking, what I'm going through, kind of what my life has gone through, how it's brought me into circles, how it's, you know, kind of driven me in my path, how the Lord has guided me to put me in this position. And that's the beauty of it, is that I am so blessed to be able to speak my mind. And you're in a position right now where you're watching this video, you have Wi-Fi, you have a phone, and you're blessed too. So kind of utilize everything that you have right now. Utilize the lessons that you learned. Utilize everything to your advantage, because if you don't, you know, you'll kind of be complacent with where you're at. And I don't know about you, but being complacent isn't like a great thing, honestly. Like, I don't like staying in the same spot. I've been here for 3 weeks now, and I kind of want to leave. As much as I love it here, I'm actually going to be going to Miami from August 13th to the 17th for Josh Chang's mastermind, which actually, let's just talk about that right now. So yesterday was the first time I've ever sent anybody a vast amount of money. All right, I sent $5,000 yesterday to go to a mastermind where I will be learning about entrepreneurship, content, you know, socializing and networking with other like-minded individuals, which that's just the biggest part. And I'll be working with like Josh Chang, Ellie Snow, Izzy Andrews, some other people. And those people really motivate me. They've inspired me. I've watched their videos for a very long time. And I'm very happy that I made the decision, but at the same time, it was scary. And I'm not going to lie about it saying that it wasn't. Like, sending money to somebody online without 125% guarantee back that you'll get something out of it it's a scary feeling. But for some reason, this was a little bit different. It didn't really feel the same way that I thought it would feel, because no matter what, I went to sleep, I woke up, and I'm still the same person with money in or out of my bank account. And, that's fine. If you're ever in that position where you feel like you have to invest in yourself, take the investment. I worked my butt off for 4 months. I could have worked my whole body off, which was a weird way to explain that, but I don't know why I don't know why I just said that. What I'm saying is I could have worked harder throughout the last 4 months, but I did still work hard. And I made about probably like 15-ish, 20-ish K. I don't know, about like 15K. And there's some kids actually riding mountain bikes behind me. Look at that, it's pretty cool. But I ended up, putting a pretty big investment into the mastermind. And even though there's like less money in my bank account, it doesn't really change anything besides helping me understand that, money honestly doesn't have any emotions attached to me anymore. When I was closing deals, when I was in sales, I was like really focused on how money was, coming in and out of my bank account. I was still having a really poor mindset in terms of spending, in terms of saving, and it honestly made me bring in less money. And I think this investment itself will help me just get a clear understanding of kind of where I want to go and kind of how I'm going to go about it. And I'm excited. I'm going to document everything. I'm going to show you guys everything. I'm going to explain everything in depth on, what I'm going through in terms of the pros, the cons of the mastermind. And I'm very happy because, bro, you don't get many opportunities to go to Miami. I've been wanting to go for a while, especially to network with those people and be in that environment. I think it'll be really good for me. And I'll be going there in about 15 days. So pretty nerve-wracking, but at the same time, super duper excited. And like I said, 4 months ago, I would have never thought I would be in this position. Same thing, to go back in that analogy of thinking about what has gone through your life in 5 years. What's gone through my life in 4 months is some crazy things. I went to Dallas, I went to Houston, I ended up booking a $5,000 payment and a flight to Miami to network with big content creators and entrepreneurs who will help me with my business. I'm at Woodward right now. I was going to a networking event in Chicago with literal multi-millionaires. So I've done a lot. I've learned a lot. I've traveled a decent amount. I just graduated high school and I bought a car on the day of graduation, which I didn't buy. I have payments on it, which kind of putting me down a drain, but it's okay. But that I could talk about too, is the car itself. I want to just be vulnerable here for the next couple of minutes. I know you guys are listening to this, you're like, bro, what is this video about? This bro keeps yapping about so much different stuff. I get it, all right? But keep watching, because there's a message in this video. But the car itself, if you don't know, I bought a Toyota Supra, GR Supra, and it cost about $52,000 to, have it. And in the moment, I made my first 2 to 3K, maybe 4K off of selling the course of, teaching people how to sell AI automations, which if you guys want more info on, just, comment or DM me. I'll give you more info on it. It's not a scam. People are genuinely making money doing it. But to get back to it, I made about 4K off of that course itself. And I put myself in a position where I wanted to buy a car to make people think that I made it, to kind of LARP it, to bring in more money, which at the end of the day, it felt good seeing what it could feel like to have a nice wheel in front of me, to have, cool seats behind me in the videos that I record, and to go kind of fast on the road. It was a great feeling. And it put me in a spot to think where I have to lock in. I have to make at least $1,000 every month to pay for this car, because I'm living at my parents' house. I'm 17, so all I have to worry about is paying for the car. And I think it was a good and a bad thing, because it, like I said, put me in a mindset to just genuinely lock in. But at the same time, it's putting me in a hole right now where I have to send $1,000 every month. And I don't want to have this poor mindset of worrying about something like that, because I want to earn that car. I want to pay that car off. I'll be very happy with myself. I love Supras, and I'm blessed that I have one. I can't even believe that I'm able to drive it whenever I go back home. And I kind of miss it. It's literally on my home screen. But at the same time, you don't have to make rational decisions. I made a pretty rational decision behind my mom's back. And to be straight up, she didn't like it. She got into a pretty feisty argument with me and my dad. And my dad supports me 100%. And my mom does too. It's just, I don't know if it was the greatest decision at the time. But I'm still glad that I made it, because it still puts me in that spot where, like, I literally have to prove to myself and my parents that I could, be an adult, that I could handle paying for adult things. And if I want a car like that, I have to earn it, and I have to continuously earn it every month. And I've been able to do it. I've been able to pay the payments every month. And it's a good feeling knowing that I can just send $1,000 right out of my bank account to pay for the car every month. And it doesn't really affect me mentally, because like I said before, like, the money doesn't play a factor in my emotions at all. And if you can kind of get over that, and you can kind of translate that into business, into entrepreneurship, you'll be able to feel more free. And then obviously you'll bring in more income, because you're not playing the emotion game. You're not, playing the victim card on your income. You're not playing the victim card on your money. And like, once you're free with that, you'll be chilling. And I'm not the person to give financial advice. To be straight up, I need financial advice. If you guys have anything, please leave in the comments below. I don't know anything about taxes. I don't know anything really about banks and other stuff. All I know is I have a bank account. I'm 17. I have a little bit of money in it. I spend it. I bring in money. That's it. But to be straight up, I haven't really brought in a source of income in like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks ago was one of my best days. I made about $1,250 in a day. And after that is kind of when I stepped away from selling the course, because like I told y'all, I want to be more true. Like, I can't sell a course that I'm not even perfect at the business model on. Even though the course is real and that it's not like a scam at all, and like our students were making so much money, like, why would I want to just be some fraudulent person acting like some guy online that is, traveling, LARPing, saying that I made this money doing this business model, when really I didn't make money doing the business model. I was making money selling people on how to do the business model. So it's like, over time, instead of letting the money play a factor in my emotions and my decision making, I decided to just be truthful to myself. Because everything that I went through within the last 5 years, or even my whole life, and especially the last 4 months, helped me realize that if you can just be true to yourself, and if you could, inspire people and change their mindsets online, you will get more recognition. You will bring in more money if you're just true and you let the money not play a factor. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. That's what I'm trying to inspire to the youth, inspire to people that are older than me, my same age, people from my hometown, is that if you could implement this mindset into being okay with everything that you went through and using all the lessons that you learned through your past, that you'll be able to make way better decisions. You'll be able to mature. You'll be able to grow up. You'll be able to become a more respectable person that has great conversations with people, that is a true character. That's what I want. Because people don't, care about the car you drive. People don't remember you for the car you drive. They remember you for your words. They remember you for the way you express yourself. How confident you are, how you're able to just stand up and be a grown adult and shake someone's hand firmly, or the message that you could present to people online. That's my why. That's kind of why I do all of this. That's why I record these videos, so I can get everything off my chest, because I am just a 17-year-old kid. Like I told you in the beginning of this video, I'm no different from you. I'm just a regular person that is trying to chase their dreams. And if I can get one other person to chase their dreams and become successful at it, even if they fail early on or if they succeed early on, that's all I want to do, is to get one person, you, the one watching this video that made it through 20 minutes of watching a 17-year-old who has no credibility. You are the person to change your life. You are the person to get everything going. You're the person that can make the reality come to life. And even if you don't believe it, people do believe in you. People might not believe in you. But God is the one who will guide you into the right direction. Jesus Christ put you here for a reason. He gave you the thought for a reason. He gave you that mindset, that hunger, that strength for a reason. So use it. because He is on your side. He is going to guide you into places that you'll never think you could go. He'll push you away from people that you think you shouldn't be pushed away from. And from that, you will see greater success, greater growth than you could ever imagine, all because you decided to use the lessons that you learned in your past and translate them into the person that you are today. And everything, just like that, will change. Guys, my name is Ben Arbitante. I'm just a regular person. I love you. Your parents love you. Your family loves you. Your friends love you. That's all for today's video. I know it was all over the place. If you made it this far, what I would really appreciate you is if you could just leave a comment. Leave some type of message for the other people reading the comments, a message for me, maybe some recommendations for videos I should talk about, things that you like about the video, things that you don't like, maybe some, ideas for content, and I will be sure to reply to you. I'm just a true person that is trying to show my true colors. So I love you and appreciate you if you do drop a comment, and if not, no worries. Thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna head out, but before I do, you know what I'm gonna say. Stay sharp, stay motivated, stay hungry, and stay freaking racking, baby. Let's go. I'll catch you on the next one.